this video of Kenya?
Yeah. Wait. So
the Real Housewives
he got a pistol and all.
Child, Kenya went the fuck off. Okay, so apparently 3 fans decided that they was gonna jump her fence or crawl under the fence. I don't know what it is.
Well, supposedly there ain't no fence around the house. It's just right there.
No, it's not. I've been by there recently.
Why you ain't take me with you?
Well, I don't know. You stay out in the boondies. It was one night.
See how you do
one
it?
afternoon.
It was with you was with your friends.
Yeah.
Oh, see how they do me?
I think it was Monty was in town.
Oh yeah, it was that weekend.
And we rode past there.
Shout out to Monty.
But what happened was we rode past it, and you know, Chateau Cheray looks beautiful now. I had went over there maybe like a month and a half before, and it didn't look good, but honey, it's beautiful. But anyway,
it's up and running. She took.
Kenya has a gate now. She has a gate
around the whole house.
Well, you know, from the street or whatever, looking down into.
So there's no gate around where the grass is at, in the trees.
Yeah, there's a gate. So you have the street.
So you're going
and
down.
And then you have the gate in her yard.
It's like one of those beep.
Yeah, her door. She has a door that opens and closes.
When you gonna take me by there? I want to see.
We'll go by there.
Oh, yeah,
but it opens and closes. But she has a gate. So apparently they either crawl up or under the gate.
But how can you get under if it's like?
When you see it, you'll see.
Oh, so it is space to crawl under.
Because it is sort of kind of because the house is down
there.
What does they call it? Oh God, what did she call it? She's down there with the ogres or whatever. But you know, her house is kind of on an incline. It's down in a ditch or whatever.
Don't let it rain hard.
So she has like a long driveway that goes down, you know, to the house. And these people just decided, okay, we're gonna go ring Kenya's doorbell. We're gonna see if she's home.
Because she has like a sweetheart on the show, so they thought maybe.
So she was cool. So they went to her door and they know, hey Kenya girl, how you doing, child? We just want to let you know we love you and da 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 da. And Kenya was like, oh hell no, y'all not finna just be rolling up on my house, trespassing. Child, the people, she turned her asses running around. Kenya went and got her gun and she was going up the driveway with them. Get your ass off my property. Then she went on Instagram and she was like, let me tell y'all something. Play with me if you want to. I will bust a cap up in your ass or whatever, thinking that it's cool for you to just roll up on my property. Or whatever, but that was funny. The whole thing, the fact that Kenya went straight to Detroit. Like seriously, she went straight to Detroit. Some people saying that it was a publicity stunt, that she probably hired people to do that. But when you look at the video, she looks like noticeably upset about the fact that people did that. And you know, it's true. Like I've gone by Chateau Cheray and I've gone by Kenya's house or whatever.
You want to go in?
I wanted to go in, but I ain't crazy. I ain't gonna be trespassing on them people's property like that, just rolling up on somebody. That's crazy as hell. That's crazy, Trey. No.
Honestly, I would do some.
And see, you the type of person that can get a cap bust straight up in your ass.
There was no gate. But being that there is a gate, I'm not gonna jump, crawl under, go around, or leap.
So when you become an actor, when you make it as an actor, I'm gonna hire some people to come up to your house and see how you react to that.
I'm just gonna, you know, honestly, you know the type of person I am.
Oh, girl. See, you'll like that type of shit.
Yeah. No. But if they look a little suspicious,
home.
If they look a little suspicious,
no, nobody. It is not cool. It is not cool for somebody.
I'm all by myself. No, I ain't finna be doing it.
It's not. And Kenya kind of stays in a wooded area.
Right, I understand it. I'm not saying
like
Kenya's wrong.
Somebody can roll up on her house and shoot. And she don't know who it is because it's kind of surrounded by a lot of woods and stuff.
Well, did you see
I think she needs to cut all. Kenya, girl, you need to cut them woods down.
Now, did you see the post that the Shade Room posted about the actual people who went down there? And they basically called Kenya out. Did you see
said what?
It was like, oh, honey, bye. Either this woman is not speaking about us, but very coincidental, or she is very over-exaggerating the story. But if she is trying to over-exaggerate it, it was my family who came to her house at 11 a.m. today, that day. No, we did not hop the fence. No, we did not knock on the front door. No, we did not see her, and there wasn't any man with us. We could clearly see your house from the road. So, child, you're being very extra. If you are that concerned with security, maybe you should have a fence all around the house versus just at your driveway. but please pull security footage so I would love to see.
The security footage showed them on her driveway.
Right, I saw that.
Because her driveway goes down.
I saw that.
So that means I've been over to her house. Yeah. You had to come through the gate to get to this point.
And that's why I was asking you, because on this post, they was basically sound like they were saying that there's only a gate there at the driveway.
There's gated doors at the driveway.
So are they able to walk
there is like some fence there on the road a little bit. Now it doesn't go all the way down into the woods.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. They could have came in that way through.
Because there's another house down in the ditch too.
Kenya, like you said, need to cut them fucking trees down.
Yeah, Kenya, cut them trees.
It's too many trees. You need to cut them down. I do agree with that.
It is.
So I mean, it's
because I'm kind of fearful for your safety, because it can be some Whitney Houston bodyguard type shit. You remember when her sister got killed? The hitman was trying to kill Whitney Houston, and all of them woods and stuff.
You're gonna be lost.
Kenya, I don't know. Like, girl, I might need for you to
get it together. Cut them trees down.
Cut them trees down.
I don't like it, Kenya. I'm gonna just keep it real.
You may have
but I do care about the safety.
Yeah, you may have to sell more Manor. But people, it is not cool to just be rolling up on people's property. Now, I done gone to Sheree house and I done gone to Kenya house. But I was right there on the street. I ain't go up in them people's driveway.
Right.
Because when you go on people's property, they're liable to shoot your ass.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You can't just do that. And if any of you think it's cool to just be rolling up in people's house, that ain't cool. Even going to somebody's house unannounced. One thing about me, I don't believe in going to people's house unannounced. So I'm going to call you, hey Trey, you know what you doing? I'm going to come over to your house.
What is it, like a bay or something? Man, try to surprise him.
I mean,
no lingerie.
If you have a key to my house, babe, then it's good.
Okay.
But babe, even if you ain't got no key to my house, I don't know how I feel about you just rolling up on me. I just don't know. Did you see this past episode with with Kandi and Phaedra?
Yeah.
So now we have the fallout or whatever. So
let me move my arm, child. I can't deal with this shit.
So now that Phaedra and Kandi have had their tea time, where Kandi was like, I ain't got time for this because you too fake as hell. Or what, I don't know what the real Phaedra is no more. I ain't got time for this. I'm left. So Kandi has now went and told Kenya and Cynthia, or whatever the case may be,
and Mama Joyce,
and Mama Joyce, and Todd, and then it got back to Portia.
And of course, you know the gay Don Juan probably know too,
or whatever, that that Kandi was out spreading rumors. So she took it upon herself to go tell Phaedra and Sheree and Shamia and all this stuff like this. How do you feel about this whole dynamic with them? Do you think that the scene where Portia sat down with Kandi and Sheree, do you think Kandi said too much again?
Again, yes. Like always, she's saying too much, because what she's trying to do is just trying to make it seem like what she's doing and what she's saying is okay, or like she ain't done nothing. But okay, so I'm just gonna say this. Phaedra made a statement, not this most recent episode, the episode before. Maybe I loved you more than I loved my husband.
That's Kandi's fault.
No, but that's possible. So for her to cry to another mutual friend or associate about her relationship that she had with somebody who she thinks is her best friend, that's understandable. If I don't cry to Nene about my situation with my husband, I may only cry to Kandi about the situation with my husband because I feel more comfortable. But yes, since I fell out with Kandi, I'm gonna cry. Let's say, for example, I fall out with you, and I go and I cry to Monty about our falling out because it really bothers me. It bothers me, but I may not care about the falling out I may have. I may not share it with the one I had with my man. So it's a difference. And what bothers me is that Kandi's not seeing what Phaedra's saying, that I don't know why you're so angry with me. Because I may have thrown shade. We all have done it on this show. Mm-hmm. We may all have said something messy. We all done it on the show. But with the daggers that you're throwing at me, I've never done anything so bad to make you throw the daggers that you're throwing at me.
So, okay, so this is how I feel. Is Kandi wrong for sharing details about Phaedra's marriage?
Yes.
The alleged affair that she was having.
Didn't need to know. Ty didn't need to know. Mama, especially Mama Joyce, didn't know.
And I would have to agree. When friends break up, it is not cool to share the tea about things that were just between us. However, I say this again. I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again, Trey. There is so much more to this story that we as the people, we don't know what's going on. Kandi, looking at Kandi looks like a woman who is tired and fed up of the foolishness. Now, this past Sunday, she even revealed and said that Phaedra has been going around bad-mouthing her business and her business associations and her relationships and stuff like that too. So, and you know, some people's like, well, we didn't see that on camera, which is true. But sometimes the stuff that happens off camera, in real life, you got reality TV and then you got real life. Okay? Sometimes those things that happen that we don't see is what's most detrimental.
Right.
And I believe that Phaedra might have been throwing rocks and hiding her hand. And don't get me wrong, you know, Phaedra's cool, but you can only, like, you gotta be careful when you put up that goody two shoes image. Like, you so holy, you don't do no wrong, you the victim, everybody is, you know, everybody does you wrong, you only trying to do this. You can only ride that train but so far. And I think it's one of those situations where there's a lot of shit that happened off camera that we don't know about, that Kandi probably could divulge more information. Well, but she ain't doing as much. She's only stating the stuff that we already knew. Apollo was the one who put it out there that Phaedra was dealing with another man. Had the text messages to prove it.
Yeah, we know so she's going to get married.
That's a detail, but it might, and it might be that she was talking about doing that. Or whatever. Was Kandi wrong for sharing that detail? Probably so. Unfortunately, people do things in the heat of the moment that aren't right. And was Kandi right for sharing that detail? Absolutely not. But yeah, she was wrong. She was wrong. But at the same time, I don't know, Trey. There is so much more, and I'm so looking forward to this reunion. And we ain't even halfway through the season yet. I think half of the season's coming up when we get the remaining trailer for the remaining season, because you got Apollo's fiance that's supposed to be introduced into the story. Oh wait, I don't know. All I see is just this getting uglier and uglier. And then Phaedra decided to say that Shamia or whatever threw Shamia up in the mix, because Shamia was even talking to Portia like, you know, Phaedra tried to brush up on my husband. Yeah. Asking my husband why he put a ring on this and not on her. Like, I don't know. You know, it's just odd that all of a sudden everybody, it's like they just trying to paint a picture like everybody is against her. But we all know that she is a little freaky deaky.
She is. We know
that. Or whatever. You know, she's silly or whatever. And Portia, only thing I'm going to say to you is,
I think
you don't want to be on the wrong side of history, girl.
Portia's handling it very well, though.
How?
She's mature about the situation.
How she's being mature?
She's
because now she done went below the belt too, talking about now we gonna find out that she gonna say that Todd and Kandi tried to invite her into the bedroom. So she's not handling.
We don't know that. That's what's
about to happen, Trey. We saw that on the trailer.
That might just be the editing the way they
She insinuated with Sheree. But you know what, Sheree, girl, me and you see eye to eye. You see through the bullshit too. I'm starting to see through the bullshit. And at the end of the day, it's gonna be Kandi. Sheree gonna use her. She being messy as hell, and I love it. Child Carlos done got you pulling all the strings this season, girl. But after the dust settle, Sheree gonna see through the bullshit, and she gonna be on Kandi's side. You watch what I tell you.
It's gonna be Sheree right here in the front.
Right.
Next season.
After all the bullshit, all the dust settles, Sheree is gonna be right there with Kandi. I see it. I see it already. And Kenya gonna get her ass involved in it somehow too, or whatever. But
I'm so proud of her. Let's speak about another Housewives of Atlanta. I'm so proud of Cynthia. Cynthia is about to turn 50. She looks amazing. She brought her house. I follow her Instagram, and she just looks so refreshed.
Trey, how do you go from talking about the juice and you talking about Cynthia? Girl, I never care about Cynthia.
Because I'm in on another mess.
No, we ain't got to talk for that. We talking about the mess. I'm here for the mess, girl.
I'm about to get to the mess.
I'm here for the mess.
Can you let me get there?
Okay.
So Cynthia is posting all this refreshing things on Instagram about, you know, how she's happy about to be 50. Here comes Peter on Instagram. Did you see his post? Peter posted on Instagram about how Cynthia was all on Real Housewives of Atlanta showing her breasts. He was like, yeah, girl, you free and all this. But then he mentioned Kandi and Todd. He mentioned the whole rumor about Kandi and Todd, you know, having sex with multiple people. He's like, I'm about to come over there to y'all house and let me get some.
Trey, you interrupted my train of thought for that.
So is he insinuating that he wants to have a threesome with
Girl,
Kandi?
bye. Why you interrupt? See, I done lost my damn train of thought now. You bringing up that foolishness.
It's fine.
Nobody care about that. We were talking about Phaedra and the juice, girl. We were talking about the juice with her and Kandi. Now I can't even remember what I was talking about. Shit.